Hey there, YouTube. Ian Shroma here, giving my first stab here at a YouTube video. Me drinking this whiskey here, Ao, Suntory Ao, for the very first time. I just thought it'd be kind of cool because, me, I normally drink whiskey, and I actually had many different kinds of whiskeys. I started off drinking Johnny Walker Black many years ago, and that was my introduction into whiskey. But not many whiskeys that I've not had for the first time, so I just thought it'd be kind of, does that even make sense? Anyway, I just thought it'd be kind of cool to film me trying this guy for the very first time that I have no idea what it tastes like. I've watched a few videos on the subject. I've kind of read some things about it, and I just thought I'd give it a try. So, me being a Suntory fan, I love Yamazaki. I have one of my favorite bottles, Yamazaki 12 here with me, kind of halfway through this bottle already. But so I want to try something new, and I got a suggestion from my friend Lucilla out there, who suggested that I try this one. And I'm normally into the single malts, but I want to try something blended, and this is actually a blend. And it's a blend of 5 different whiskeys from around the world. So for those of you who kind of are knowledgeable about whiskey, you know that there's 5 major whiskey areas in the world. Of course, Scotland, your Johnny Walkers and all the Highland malt and Island and all that stuff. Scotch is very famous around the world. Irish whiskey, of course, Jameson. That's one that everybody knows, Jameson. American whiskey, otherwise known as bourbon, Canadian whiskey, and of course, Japanese whiskey. So combining these 5 areas, this Ao, and the reason for that combination, by the way, I guess you notice it's a 5-sided bottle, which is, I guess, signifying the 5 different whiskeys, is that the company that owns Suntory, Beam Suntory, all of these whiskeys fall under that same company. So they just thought, hey, why not we combine all of our whiskeys in a blend and see how it goes. And I think also too that this, as most of you know, Suntory whiskey has been in very short supply recently. The Hakushu and the Yamazaki have discontinued actually most of their age statement whiskeys. So I guess in substitution of that, instead of releasing another single malt kind of whiskey, they decided to go with this blend as their flagship brand for 2019, even though I've never tried it. As you can see, this one is unopened. I have not opened it. I just bought it this afternoon. So I'm gonna open it right now and pour it and see how it tastes, and I'll kind of describe it. I don't know. I'm not really a whiskey connoisseur. I'm not one of those guys who go to school or have taken classes on whiskey tasting, and I'm not really a guy who knows about like tasting notes and all that stuff. Basically, I posted a thing earlier about me calling it liquid cardboard, and that's kind of like what I guess I would describe it to a beginner. I know all those whiskey people out there probably shooting me some dislikes right now, but that's kind of how it started. I mean, of course, I've kind of refined my palate a bit since then, but most of all, basically tastes like the wood, the oak. That's actually where whiskey gets its flavors, from the wood that it's barreled in. So I'm going to be drinking it neat, straight out of with a tulip glass here, and not using any kind of ice or water or anything like that, soda, nothing to corrupt the flavor. I'm just gonna take it straight out the bottle. So first of all, I just got it today, like once again, in this beautiful gift pack box. It came in this box, and it came with this, actually it came with this glass, but it's a rocks glass, so I'm not gonna be using it for this tasting. I'll probably try it on the rocks later on, but for this video, I just kind of wanted to try it neat. So I won't be using this glass that came with it. So let's see here. It has the owl little inscription here. I'll be drinking out of this guy, which is actually my Yamazaki glass, my Yamazaki tulip glass here. But I use this for most of my neat drinking. So yeah, this guy here. So let's go. Let's see how, without any further ado, that was 5 minutes already into this video. Let's get it open and give it a taste. Okay, so here we go. Peel back this label here. Okay. I like the Suntory stuff, very easy to open, you know, no corks or wax seals. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I just bought a Blanton's today that has a real pretty wax seal with a beautiful top there, but you know, Suntory tends not to go that route, just a very easy open twist top bottle just like that. So yeah, you can see just open. Okay, so let's pour this out here. I just love the sound of whiskey pouring out of the bottle. A little bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah. Okay. All right. So about a good 50 milliliters or so of neat whiskey, as you can see here from the color. A little lighter than what I would normally expect out of a Japanese style whiskey. I guess I usually drink the aged ones, so they're a little bit darker in color. But once again, this is a blend of 5 different whiskeys. A Scotch, actually 2 Scotches, the Ardmore and the Glengarry. I think I'm pronouncing that right. An Irish whiskey, which is Cooley, the American Jim Beam, one of the most famous bourbons out there, Jim Beam. Canadian, which I had never heard of before, was Alberta Canadian whiskey. And 2 Japanese whiskeys, the Yamazaki and the other famous Hakushu single malt. So it's a blend of about, what was that, 6, did I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7? 6 or 7, six whiskeys. Anyway, but yeah, kind of blended all into one. So, oh no, 7. I haven't been drank yet. I'm drunk. Anyway, but yeah, so 7 different whiskeys from 5 regions around the world. So let's see how this is. So first of all, let's give it a little sniff here. I know that's kind of snobbish, but I've always found it very important to smell the whiskey first. And I usually smell with both nostrils, just to kind of get a little balance there. Wow, definitely catching the Yamazaki smell. You know, I'm a big fan of Yamazaki, so I can catch that smell right away. That real vanilla, almost like butter kind of smell. Yeah, it's really, really appealing to me. I love that smell. Catching no smoke, all fruit and vanilla. Okay, yeah. And usually no smoke, but I guess yeah. So if you think of bourbon is very sweet, made with corn. The other 3, the Scotches and the Irish, I'm not really familiar. I didn't do too much research on where these are from, what varietals they are. Of course, you know, Scotch has many different varieties. For those of you who know, but I'm not sure if this comes from the more smoky variety or the more fruity variety. But obviously, I don't smell any peat or smoke in here, so I'm guessing it's not those. Okay, so all right, so that's enough on the nose. Let's give it a taste. Okay, well, okay, on that back end, okay, the Scotch kicks in there. Yeah, so on the nose, it's very Japanesey, very much like Yamazaki on the nose, but when I drink it, wow, that's Scotch. That's not, I'm not catching the Japanese at all on this one. Ooh. That is interesting. I was not expecting that. Very good, very good. Well, thank you for the suggestion, Lucilla. I don't think she's actually drunk this herself though, but very good suggestion. You know, I was looking, like I said, you know, I tend to go with the single malts. You know, I love my single malts. I have a couple up on the shelf over there. So I normally don't go with blends, which is why I'm not really a big fan of the Hibiki, even though Hibiki is probably one of the most popular Japanese whiskeys back home. But I'm not really a Hibiki guy. But yeah, so I thought I'd try a blend, you know, because I don't have any blends up on my shelf. So I thought, oh, perfect. You know, I like Japanese whiskey and I like blends, so why not try this guy? So thank you for your suggestions. I went for that. I'm saying that this probably would do good on the rocks. Yeah, I'm thinking neat. It's a little too smoky for me neat, so I would like to have a little of a little dilution, a little bit. But then again, like I said, I'm not really a big fan of the smoky scotches. So if you are a smoky scotch fan, someone who likes the Johnny Walkers or things like that, or some like Lafroig, but if you like those, then maybe this might be something you could drink neat. But I probably prefer this more in a on the rocks version. So I might be using this glass for the next time. I got my rocks globes in the freezer and getting ready, so probably give that a try next. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my tasting of Ao. I think you can find this. So I bought this for about 50 bucks here in Japan, which is about gosen yen. But I'm not sure how much you can find. Probably in America, it'd be a lot more expensive. So yeah, but give it a try. You know, I think it's worth a try. So yeah, Suntory Ao. 5 world whiskeys. Very good. Okay, see you guys later.